Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I just wanted to get on and talk about something that I've been going through, and that has to do with deciding to choose myself. So if you're one that is a people pleaser, wants to rescue everyone, and meshes your emotions in with everyone else's to the point that you tend to lose yourself, that's been one of my patterns, that you put yourself to the side and disregard yourself, basically, and you take care of everybody else. And there are times when you need to take care of people, but to what extent? And when you start pulling away and you decide that you're not going to do that anymore, or at least tailor it down a little bit so you do have time for yourself, there's going to be certain situations, people that aren't going to take that very well. You're going to get told you're being selfish. I can't believe you're taking time out for yourself again. What are you doing? You're doing nothing. And what it has to do with is the fact that you end up losing yourself in the process of trying to rescue and help everyone else, to the point where, it's exhausting. It taxes on your nervous system. And then you get resentful. And when we have the power to change it, when we decide to take our power back, to decide to invest in ourselves and really put us first, make us a first priority, which a lot of us were brought up that we're not to put ourselves first. At least I was, anyway. And I'm sure that there are some. So when you start pulling back and pulling more into yourself and giving more to yourself, it's going to look different to probably to a lot of look differently to different to people and the way they interpret that. But the main thing is to try to stay centered and realize that first you have to give to yourself before you can give to anybody else. Otherwise you end up obviously exhausted. And the demands that are put on us, and when really they can do it themselves. A lot of the situations we get ourselves into, a lot of roles we decide to take on, sometimes it's better to let them take it on, let them figure it out. And this is even for our own children also. Our parents, our children, there are times when you need to take care, you need to check in, you need to, help out. But to what degree do you lose yourself, exhaust yourself, when really we need to take our focus and focus inward and more to ourselves and what we need, and then we are more able to help others. And it won't be from a place of having to do, from somebody demanding, and it won't be exhausting. You won't mind doing it. This has been one of the things that I have struggled with, and thought I would share that, it does change the dynamics for people in your life when they're used to you doing everything for them, and then you stop. Because you realize, what? It really, really takes away from your purpose. It really takes away from us and our sovereignty and what we really want to do. And how many times do we do things that we really don't want to do? And we don't say no, because you're not supposed to say no. And so therefore, and I said, that rolls with anger and resentment, and you feel angry. Why do I have to do this? But when we really have the power to say, hey, we don't have to do this. And it's okay to take time for yourself. It's okay to focus on yourself and let others figure out the way. They'll eventually figure it out. And they might not like it at first, but usually they'll figure a way. And that way you can focus more on what you want to do. And I'm finding that it's really been a changer for me, that I'm not responsible for everyone. I'm only responsible for me. And I'm only responsible for how I respond to situations or people, and how they take it is that's their stuff. We don't have to always take it on. So that's what I've been dealing with. That's what I've been trying to work on. And, you know, it's hard to break old habits or old patterns. But once you start doing it, there's a lot of freedom in it, and you feel freer. And it doesn't tax on your nervous system, or there's no expectations that are being thrown at you. And then you can do what you feel is right for you with a lot more ease. And it makes you want to help more than if you have to help. So first off, we need to choose ourselves and help ourselves, and then all else will follow. And sometimes helping someone too much is stomping on their growth, because they need to learn to do it themselves. I know it can be hard, but once you start doing it, there's a lot of freedom with it, and everyone else involved is, you know, ends up being better off. It might not look that way in the beginning. They might not like that in the beginning, but they'll figure it out. We don't always have to jump in and fix and make things better, and just because we've always done it. So it's a whole changing the patterns and changing our mindset, and freeing ourselves from the I would say probably the dysfunctional patterns that we've had or been ingrained in us. So I just want to get on and share that, and I hope everybody has a great night. And everybody take care. Bye.